Hello and welcome to this walkthrough of the Sales Tracker spreadsheet. It was created with digital creators in mind, and that's only because this spreadsheet does not track physical inventory. This spreadsheet not only simplifies your sales management, but it also offers powerful insights with features like the yearly overview, total net income, and profit margins at a glance. If you download this template, it's because you know how important it is to track your numbers in your business. Keeping a close eye on your financial metrics isn't about just watching your profits rise or managing your expenses. It's also about making informed decisions that will drive your business forward. By monitoring key metrics like sales, expenses, profit margins, average order value, and other key metrics, right? They're known as KPIs for your business. You can identify the trends, you can forecast future performance, and then you can also adjust your strategies in real time. So let's get this started. So when you first download this, you're going to go to the Setup tab. And this is going to be all empty, but then you can set up your categories of what you're selling. So for example, let's say you're selling spreadsheets, you're selling Canva templates, you're selling ebooks, this could be a course that you're selling, whatever it is, the product that you're selling, they should fall under a category. And then you can put the categories in here. And then the sales channel, where do you sell your digital products, right? You could sell them on YouTube, right? If you have maybe a lead magnet on YouTube and you want to keep track of that, so that means that the sales channel that they came through was YouTube, Instagram, Etsy shop, your website shop, you sold something through email. Just enter your sales channel in here. And then this is for other income. So if you have any other income outside your orders, so for example, affiliate marketing, right? If you're advertising your affiliates for other people, other business, and you get income from that, you can enter that here. Your fixed costs are all the fixed costs for your business. So internet, electricity, cell phone, email marketing, subscriptions, right? Your memberships that you're part of, or a VA that you pay on a monthly basis. So all your monthly fixed costs will go in here. And then here are your variable costs. So maybe you have an affiliate program, right? And then you have to pay your affiliates. Maybe you're running Facebook ads, and that's something that you don't do on a monthly basis. So then the variable costs will go in here. It could be like a one-time payment for something. So they all will fall under here. So once you're set this, you're going to go to your products list. And here, you're going to enter all of your products. And I highly recommend you have a product ID. And that's just because, let's say you have 5 different types of budget spreadsheet, right? And they're all called budget spreadsheets. So you could have different IDs for each one, so you know which one you actually sold when it comes time to run the reports. And then, so just enter the ID. And this could be anything. It could be, just numbers. It could be numbers or letters. It could be the name. It could be whatever it is that you want it to be. Just try to make it like somewhat short. Maybe you could even put, you can identify for by category maybe. And then you have spreadsheets, something like that, and then 0001 or something like that, just so you know that this is under the categories of spreadsheets, for example. And then just enter all of your products in here. So every digital product that you have is going to go in here, and then you're gonna categorize them. Once you're done with this, you can go to your transactions tab. In here, you're going to enter all your transactions for other income, for fixed costs, and for variable costs. Everything will go in here. The date doesn't have to be in order. So let's say you entered something for January, and this is month, day, and year. You entered something for January, and then February, March, and then you can go back and add an expense for January again. And it's totally fine. And then here on this drop down, it's a dependent drop down. So when you select fixed costs, this is going to bring all the fixed costs that you set on the setup tab. If you select other income, this is going to bring your incomes. And then of course, if you select the variable costs, it's going to bring all of your variable costs in here. And then you can just enter the amount. Once you are done with this, you are going to go to orders tracker. And then the orders tracker, you are not going to edit anything that is colored, except for this. Actually, I should change the color here. Okay, so here you are going to select the start date and then the end date. And this is just for this data right here that will update automatically based on your sales. So here we are visualizing from January 1st, 2024, and then here it's 2/29, but you can enter today. So if you see here the today and the little, to bring up the calendar, just double click in here. And then here you have circled the date that is today. And then this will it will change, let me zoom out a little bit. It will change all of the charts. And this is based on the information over here. So what you're gonna do, when you first log in this tab, it's going to be empty, and then you just go ahead and start entering your orders in here. So on this day, this is an order ID, and this is optional if you want to track the order ID or not. Then you enter your buyer's name, your buyer's email. Actually, it's very important that you enter the email for all of them. There, so just make sure you enter the email for all of them. They should have an email because they need to enter an email for every single digital purchase. And this is going to help you over here, so you can see your top repeat buyers. If you have repeat buyers, they should show up over here. So all of these people, they bought the product at least twice. And then here it will show from the one that bought the most, and then it will go down. So it's a descendant order. And then here you are going to enter the product that they bought, and you're going to select it from the drop down, which this drop down will pull everything that you have in your products list. I just made it like that so you don't have like a typo or of anything. And this should bring up the listing ID or the SKU, right? The one that we talked about over here. And then just to confirm, make sure that this is the budget spreadsheet that actually sold. So if you selected a budget spreadsheet in here, but it was another budget spreadsheet, then you can see here what the SKU is. Just make sure that you have at least something differentiating it, even if you entered a color. So budget spreadsheet green, budget spreadsheet purple. Just make sure they are not the same exact name, otherwise they will only show up once on this drop down. So here, if I entered another budget spreadsheet and then I go here, it's only showing once. But if I do budget spreadsheet purple, when I go to the orders tracker, I'm gonna make it a little bigger. When I go to the orders tracker, now I can see the purple over here. So I have the normal one and the purple. So just make sure they have something different so they're not brought up as the same product from the drop down menu. And then here the category, it will also pull automatically, and that's also based on here, the product list. And then your sales channel, this is going to pull up the information from the setup tab where you defined all your sales channel in here. And then here you're going to enter the total paid, so the amount that they paid for you, like final. Here you're going to, this is like after discounts. Whatever shows on your order is what you're gonna pay in here. You're gonna enter in here. And then the fees. The fees is all the fees that you paid for the platform. So let's say if you sold a product via Stripe, you're going to enter the Stripe fee in here. If you sold a product on Etsy, you're going to enter the total fees in here. And then tax collected, if there was any tax collected from this total paid, you're gonna have to remit this to back to your government. So this would not be profit for you. Whatever tax you collect, you have to pay back when it's tax time. So this should not be included, and that's going to be deducted when it's time to check the net profit. And this is good to have also because you want to know how much taxes you collected and how much in taxes you want to remit. And then refunded, if for some reason something happened, and I know most digital products are non-refundable, but if for some reason you decide to refund, let's say you refund the total order, or let's say you refund like $5 for something, then it will go in here. If for some reason you refunded the whole order, you're going to enter $10, and then here you can zero the taxes because you're not going to have to remit the tax. But sometimes I think Etsy returns your fee if you refund the customer, but maybe I think like PayPal and Stripe don't. So you're going to have to check with your payment provider. But if they refund the fee, you can zero this out. If they don't, then that means you lost 50 cents on the sale because you had to refund. So just keep this in mind when you are filling this out. And then here is some space for notes. The gross revenue will be the total that came in from that order, and then your net profit will be your total minus fees, minus taxes, and minus whatever you refunded. And then on here you can select the date to see, and this is going to show you all of this is automatically, so it's automatic. So you have revenue versus profit per period, and this is the period that you selected over here. So here you can see, for example, that on this day you lost 50 cents because that was the day for the refund. Everything that it's in parentheses, that's negative. And then here the pink line, the pink bars shows the total sales, and then the straight line shows you the profit that you actually made from that order. So here you can see that you made $10 in sales, but then you had that refund, and then your profit was $0. What else? And then here is your revenue versus profit per product. So same thing, but then here is just bringing up the products, the budget spreadsheet, the meal planner, Instagram post template, and Google Sheets 101 ebook. And these are all the sales and the profits. And then over here, go back up. And then over here you have your total revenue, which means the total money that came in, your total profit, the quantity of products that you sold, the total fees that you paid, the total amount that you refunded, and the total tax that you collected. And then here you can see your top 10 products by either number of products sold, by revenue, or by profit. And then here, same thing, top 10 categories, profit, by number sold, and revenue. The charts over here should also update together with this. So here you can see the products by revenue, by number of products sold, and these are your top 10, again from bigger to smaller. In here you're gonna have your top 10 spenders, also from bigger to smaller. So this person spent the most money in it, and this you can do, like you can give them bonuses, right? If they like this Cameron Davis, for example, he is not only a repeat buyer, but he's also the buyer that spent most money in the store, so you might want to reward him giving him something for free, keep him happy and keep him coming back. And then here you have your revenues per sales channel, so you can see which channel it's more successful in your marketing efforts. Okay, now here, if you change the date, you can also enter the date in here to be the last day of the year. For example, if you want to have a annual view of this tab. So here you're going to have all your annual information here, your top 10 products, top 10 spenders. This is all by year, same thing, the charts will update as long as you have data in here. So for example, this chart is going to May because that's the last order that came in over here. Over here. Now, if you want, let's say you want to just check the first week of January. So 1/7/24, have zero revenue and you lost money because you had to refund this order over here. But you lost money on the fee because let's say you sold it through PayPal and PayPal did not reimburse you for the fee. And then your chart will be here, will be showing that you had just a loss. And then here, top 10 products, so you only sold one. If you want by revenue, it's going to be 0 because you refunded this person. And then profit, here it's going to show that you were actually negative. So in the chart, you can see this is the positive line, the darker black, and then here you are in the negative. Sorry, I just fixed the chart. So here the revenue per sales channel will also be 0 because it was returned. And then here, if you want to, let's go to 131. So this is going to be for the month of January. Now you can see that you may, you had $80 in sale, but your total profit was $69. This is your quantity sold, your fees paid, how much you refunded, and the tax that was collected. So if we want to do 2/1, and then this is just, it's off because the end date was before the start date. So if that happens to you, you know where to look for. Then 2/29, I think we had. Yep, and then here's your total revenue for the month of February, profit, quantity sold, fees refunded 0, and the tax collected. Here's your top 10 spenders for the month, and so forth and so on. So here it looks like you just sold stuff from the spreadsheet category, and here it shows the products that was budget planner and the meal planner. And again, if you change it here by number of sold, you can see that you sold more meal planners. And then budget spreadsheet was the second, but then you had a bigger revenue in the budget spreadsheet. Even though you sold less units, it was more, money. So this comes on top. Yeah, and that should be it for this tab. And then on the overview, you are going to have your yearly overview, and here there is nothing that you need to do except changing here what you want to see on this chart. So here you can select one to display. If you want to see your order fees throughout the year, you can see here. If you want to see your average order value throughout the year, and then here you can see like if you can do what you can do, and then here you can work on your strategies to improve your average order value. That means, if you want to add more products, maybe add more bundles or more products that go with the budget spreadsheet, for example. So you can increase this number right here. The higher this number, the better. You want your average order value to be as high as you can. So, and then there's no benchmark really, but you can set your own benchmark for your own business. So if here for May, your average order value was $20, you want to set your goal for June to be maybe $30, right? And this is how you're going to work on your strategy to make that happen. Here you have the profit. So here you can see that you lost a lot of money in here. And that the yearly overview will actually include the cost. So the charts on this one, it's only for the orders. It only accounts for the orders. It does not include your expenses, okay? So this is really important to know. Maybe your profit here is showing that, for the month of February, you profited $60 from the orders. But then on your overview tab, you can see here that in February, you only profited 55. And that is because you had, internet here, for example. So your orders, you made $60 from your orders profit, but then you paid $5 for the internet for, overall business costs. And then your total profit for, your business was 55. Let's check March, because it looks like this is in the negative. So here we can do 3-1 and then 3-31. Does March has 31 days? Yeah. Okay, so here it looks like you sold $20, you sold the meal planner spreadsheet for this person right here. It was just one order sold in March. So your total profit for this was $18. But then overall in your business costs in March, you paid for Facebook ads. So you paid $30 in Facebook ads. So this $18 in here, you lost it by, paying this, and you ended up the month of March in the negative, which is negative $12. So, and then here this chart will also update based on the start date that you put in here. So if your start date is March, this is going to, the chart here is going to be March 2024 to March 2025. So you have a whole entire year in here, starting from the start date. If you do want to see the 2024 only from January, so January all the way to December, you just come over here and change it to 1-1 and then 12-31, and now your chart should show the current year. Okay, so let me know if this was helpful. If you have any questions, just let me know. Thanks for watching.